We're going to dive into this great topic. It's Romance Month, and this is all about connection, spark, taking that intimacy to the next level. We are talking about romance tips to try in the bedroom. Okay, this isn't about crazy acrobatic stunts. This is about the essence of romance, right? This is just little things that you build anticipation for, deepen your desires, make both partners feel incredible. You know, whether you are new to relationships, already in a relationship, you want to spark a long term relationship, these are going to be some practical, actionable tips that I'm going to give you. So get your pen and paper, get comfortable as we chat and talk about romance tips. Because why? It is Romance Month. So, guys, thank you and welcome. I miss you. So glad you're here. Thank you for continuing to follow and like and share. Remember to hit that button and so you get a notification when I come live. I know I missed you for a minute. I had this little lost my voice, so I couldn't go live. But we're back. We're back talking about some top tips. As you see, I put my little spin on talking about romance in the bedroom. But I'm going to give you some good ones that you probably really don't think about as often. And so it's very important that we get into this to help you have great connection with your mate, right? So hello, everyone. How are you? Hey, what's that, big sweet treats? How you doing? Hey, King Ramir. Hey, Ebony Brown Sugar. How you all doing? It's such a pleasure to have you here. This is going to be, I'm gonna try to make it quick because I get so into the conversation and talking to you and helping you with these topics that the time go by so fast. So I hate that I do that sometimes, but I'm trying to get you some information I really want you to have. How about that? Say yes, love doctor. Give us some information. Okay, remember, enhance your romance. Here's my other shirt. That's when it's a social. This was the crop top. So, but it goes kind of up here a little bit. I said I'm doing some working on it. I know I keep getting these comments about we're ready to see the body. Hey, don't worry, I got you. Just hold on. So let's get right into this because I really wanted to talk about the intimacy game that you have got to do for your romance and keep it exciting. If you have any questions for me, yes, Ebony, put it in there, and I will answer these questions maybe in between or when we go through the talk. So go on and ask a question if you like, and I'll make my best to answer you as soon as I get to it. To a few, and we'll come back and forth. I'll engage with you guys back and forth because there's a couple of things, I will talk about. So one of them I want to talk about was the art of teasing, because that's part of arousing somebody, the arousal of someone. So I want to talk about this because most of the focus on our relationship, 90% is the energy that you give to arouse somebody. It really is. It's pretty much the main event, right? And it is what you do to build anticipation through lingering, touching, kissing, rubbing, whispering, just touching the great zones of each other's bodies, right? And the key is to make the mind crave before the body receives, right? This is what arousal is all about. What you have to do is it's all about that mental buildup. If you really focus on your mate's, I would say, hot point, which is I would say the hot button of a person's body. If you really focus on the hot button of your mate, you will awaken. Hold on now. You will awaken a target part of an area that you may have missed just going straight into the act of sex. If you really take that time to visually anticipate or tell your mate what you really truly like, that will arouse you, right? That is the great part of the tease, is either telling or teaching and showing. So I know you guys know about the art and the arousal of someone. I know you know this, but are you putting yourself in the space of just moving into excitement? Okay, I'll get more into that I want to talk to you about, that when it comes to arousing someone. Some of the common bedroom situations that you can do. I'm gonna give you some tips and some ideas on that. I'm gonna give you a few of those things, and I'll give you some things that I'll kind of role play with you, kind of give you some things that you could possibly think about and do. Okay. Right now, I'm just gonna give you what I find that would help you excite your bedroom. Okay. I'm gonna give you some ideas. I'm gonna give you something. What you say, Ebony? What you mean yours does not? Lord of mercy, what I'm gonna do with you, Ebony? What's not happening? What's the hot point? The hot point on your body is what you have to really show someone. What's the hot point? Now, you have to let your mate know what's your hot point. You have to give them what excites you. Is it touching your neck, kissing your neck? Is it rubbing a part of your body? Is it your back? Is it your legs? Is it your thighs? You see where I'm going? You have to enjoy being aroused before you enter into an act of sex. That is the greater part of romance. And this is what we're talking about. I'm giving you ideas that sometimes you don't necessarily have to interact in a full-blown sexcapade, right? You can do things that would incite your relationship, okay? And that's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you things that's going to help you excite your relationship by doing some romantic ideas that I'm going to give you. So let's talk about another one. When you ever map somebody, like, we're talking about the arousal part, but have you ever explored a person by using your hand? What do you mean, love doctors? See, sometimes the way you touch somebody, right? And we're talking about touching, which has a part to do with massaging. Have you ever thought about the part of looking for the most sensitive part on someone, learning about that, or asking that person, what is your sensitive spot? You know how sometimes when you were a young person, someone tickles you on your stomach and it was just like, you just cannot touch me there because it's so sensitive. That's what I'm talking about. You're looking for something that is so sensitive that it's a hot button, that person just will take you over the top. You got me? That is mapping really truly what somebody need to desire or feel. It could be even just your voice. You ever some people like it when you talk in their ear and it's really sexy. Your voice, how you talk. I mean, there's things that is just very simple that you probably sometimes don't think about, that you could just simply do. And it turns the body into a hot channel. Is that I want to say that? Hot channel. I'm going to say that. Because our sensors, which is heightened by how we are pleasured, right? Touch, feel, the smell, the sound, all those things are very powerful. And that's the third thing you're talking about, your the sensory of your body, like how you simply, excuse me, I'm still trying to get it out, guys. So my apologies. Like for instance, when you do role play, and which this is a good idea now that I think about it, put a blindfold on your mate and start doing things that focus on the touch, the sound, the smell, and try to do it where the sensation is 10 times. Okay, love doctor, how do I do that? Get a something like a feather, and move it around the person's ear. You see where I'm going? Or get a straw and blow on their body. It could be their stomach. It could be their sensitive heart. Get a what they call it, a spatula, and rub the body. That's the way you touch. So there's a lot of things that you can do when it comes to sensory, and a lot of people have a deprivation in it. So to heighten it, I just gave you some of those ideas. Use objects to heighten it. So see, what we do is we keep it so basic. We got to keep that bedroom exciting by bringing in things you already have in the house. A straw, like I said, a spatula. You got these things in the house. I'm going to, when we're on our last level of putting up the membership, because I'm going to give those who join, who becomes a part, you're going to get a free guide. But what I want to do is I'm also, each time I'm going to give you things that's going to help you. So this month, I'm going to give you things that you can use in the kitchen that you can add to excite and have fun and with your mate. Okay? And these ideas you can use if you're still single and looking for your mate, or these things can be used to entice the mate, or if you're already married, enhance it. Okay? I'm going to make sure you get that. Okay? So sorry, guys. So the other thing is about pleasure. What are you doing to pleasure someone? Like sometimes we talk about getting chocolate, right? And using chocolate on a person's body and dripping it on their body and licking it off, right? That is a form of pleasure. Ice cubes, massage oil, things like that. Continue to, use objects to bring about pleasure. Okay? So if you use things that make the person's body you're going to arouse that person and give them pleasure. Meaning you could do it differently, like do ice cube, which is cold, or do massage oils where you warm it, right? So then that is a nerve sensation. You got where I'm going? Those are good things to pleasure the person, to give you intense sensation. Try things like that. But you got to focus on the body, because this is about romance. You're giving out responsive to the body, to the skin, by stimulating and turning the whole body into a playground of sensation. Okay? This is what we're doing. That's what romance is about. Romancing we're talking about in the bedroom right now. Romance is a lot of level of things, you guys. If you're watching me, know what I'm talking about. But right now we're talking about romancing in the bedroom. Okay? Complimenting. That's another one. Simply complimenting a person gives may arouse someone. The way you give them compliments about sometimes even just a smile, just going beyond what you normally do. Like, I love the sound you make when you do this. You got where I'm going? I love when you touch me like this. Those kind of compliments, it heightens the soul. It heightens the mind, that you're praising that person, and it make that person hot because you're exciting that person. You're showing that you appreciate them, that you find them to have unique qualities. And so when you give a compliment to someone, you are giving an emotional response. They're receiving an emotional response to you, to your partner, and you're making them feel cherished and wonderful. So continue to do you'll be surprised. A lot of people think compliments are just so basic, but sometimes compliments will arouse a person. You'll truly be surprised about that. And it does. So really be mindful of that. Sometimes we don't think about that, but it really does. Another one, like even with breathing. I can teach this. This is a secret that I'm giving out. I don't know. I don't think I should be giving a secret. That I give to the women. And I teach women different techniques. So I'm not going to give that to you, men. That's one of my secrets that's in one of the girls' night out that we do. So I'm not going to give it, Nick. Nope. I can't give it to you guys. But what you really have to do, I'm going to give you one, which is a breathing technique, right? Have you ever been face to face with someone, right? And your breathing's sync is in sync. Actually, if you ever with your mate and you sleep, if you are breathing in and out at the same time that your mate is, it's a form of calming and an emotional and physical alignment. Start paying attention to that. This is something I'm giving you that you probably just really don't even pay attention to. Well, it is really exciting to do that, and that's a form of connection, guys. Try syncing with your mate and see if you recognize it. Because if you ever been with someone and you're laying next to them and either just watching a movie and you all are breathing at the same time, it's almost like, and you look at each other like, why are you breathing hard? We both breathing hard, right? So doing that, it really builds connection, guys. So just pay attention to that, because the body is it has a rhythm to it, and we have a rhythm to it. And it's something that I teach the women in my class about how you have rhythm with your mate. And a lot of times when you have rhythm with your mate, it's a powerful intimacy tool. It really is. So really think about using that. You'll be surprised. Now, I also teach, this is another one, is about massages. I really do massages, and I teach the women, and I teach men, and I give you techniques of how to massage someone, even when you're aging and you feel that it's difficult for you to excite someone, right? By maybe not being as flexible, right? So giving a massage is just a form of relaxation. You don't necessarily have to lay down to give somebody a very nice relaxed massage. It's nothing more than giving a person pressure on their body. It could be on the arm, on the shoulder. It could be just rubbing the stomach. And you could be sitting right there next to the person. It's all about what you think that person will desire at that time and what they will allow you to do. Because some people are sensitive and granted, will kind of not prefer you to touch them as such. But if that person is truly, I feel, into you, you have to find ways to keep it exciting. And so by doing that, give greater arousal by how you massage someone in a different way. So it doesn't always have to be you're laying on a table, going to the spa and getting a massage. It doesn't have to be you on the bed and, oh, massage my shoulders. There's a lot of ways to massage someone and give them a relaxation. That's a rare commodity that most of us are not using. Try to use that as a part of your touch as well, by focusing on a person that may have said to you, my hip hurt, my knee hurt. Why don't you sit there and massage your mate's knee? Someone you're dating, even you just go on a date and they said they hurt their elbow. Why don't you just, for that one moment, 2 seconds, rub their elbow? I'm showing you how you connect with somebody so easily that they desire you more. Just a simple technique right there about massaging. Now, if you're in a relationship, this tip in the bedroom that I'm telling you has a lot to do with role play, right? So that's part of your desiring someone is role play. And you don't need a costume. Now, I do tell you to wear costumes sometimes. I do give you the ideas for that because sometimes I say do things to keep it exciting, right? And as men and women, we should sometimes do things that makes us laugh and do things without your realizing it, doing things surprising. And that is wearing a costume. But you can make it simple, right? By, we know about texting a person during the day, right? And you're telling them things about meet me at the bar, dressed in Sherlock Holmes outfit with nothing under it. You see what I mean? Excuse me. You could do little role plays and pretend that you're the stranger that come in and meet Sherlock. Just little things. Just create stories to break your routine in your relationship. It's all about being romantic. It's all about having fun and excitement. Add thrill and pursuit and desire into your relationship. Just use your imagination. Just use your imagination to create different physical interaction or just to feel excited about each other. Things you're not familiar with. Do something different. Like, we talk about this all the time. We keep doing the same thing. We get together and you get in a relationship and it becomes a longevity relationship and you're doing the same thing. We're in the same bed, doing the same position, 1 or 2, 3, I don't know. But it's always in the bedroom. You don't go in the kitchen and get on the counter. You're not in the other bathroom of the house. You're not in the bed in your kids' room when they gone. You got where I'm going. I'm giving you things that you can do romantically, laughter, different ideas and desires to keep your relationship exciting. Because the whole key we're talking about is connection. That's the whole key about romance is your connecting. You have to make sure that you continue to have pleasure by connecting with I forgot, your tasting. 5 senses, your 5 senses, right? Which is what? Tasting, what I say? Tasting, smell. What's the other one? Hearing. What's that? Taste, smell. Your sensory. Physical. I'm missing something. What am I missing? I think I'm missing one. Feel? Did I say that? Okay, so what are you tasting? Excuse me. What are you tasting? What are you smelling? What are you feeling? What do you hear? What's the other one? What do you physically, is it physical? I think that's it. So the sensor is also an emotional way to connect with someone by those things I'm saying. So tasting, Find something that your mate enjoy, loves to eat. If it's sweets or if it's vegetable, or if it's meat, whatever it is, feed it to the person. Find ways to do things to excite your mate by using taste. Because I'm a foodie. I am a foodie. And if you bring me some, it depends on what it is. Like I'm a meat eater, right? So I like ribeye. So if you bring me a ribeye and you have a ribeye for dinner, you got me. I like sweets. So, but I'm a foodie. So if you learn that about me, you're gonna learn I like food, and then you want to do things to in the bedroom that involves food. You see where I'm going? Just so if a person likes smell, right? So you're going to wear a cologne or perfume that excites that person. Some people are excited by smell, right? How you feel. Some people like to touch you, and they're touchy-feely people, right? So what you wear, it could be something silky, it could be something velvety that you wear, and the person likes to touch you all the time. You see where I'm going with all these different sensory ideas that I'm giving you? Think of out of the box ideas that's going to help you in the bedroom. These are just little simple little things I'm giving you that you can focus on and use, okay? Oh, excuse me. So let's talk about one more. I'm going to talk about one more, and then I'm going to go in and give you some ideas of what I'm saying. So when you're trying to connect with someone, right? When you're trying to connect with your mate, a lot of times you don't just jump right in, because we're talking about your entanglement with somebody for at least 5 to 10 minutes, right? Which is being romantic with all these different ideas that I gave you, right? And so you don't want to just jump right into whatever you're thinking you want with that person. You want to do more talking, laughing, whispering, stroking, kissing, touching, all these type of intimacy things that does not involve the act of sex, right? And so the next time, try to connect with your mate just doing simple things like that makes a person feel loved and secure. Because you don't have to always straight go to sex, but it extends your intimacy. And a lot of time, if you can extend that intimacy, it's a memory thing, because you're connecting, because you're doing things that I'm going to remember. You're doing things that's helping me be aroused or desired longer, right? And you're doing things that helping me get to a state of climax. So this is what romance is about. It's about your connecting and coming together with ways that continue to keep you excited. But at the same time, you're doing different things that's going to do what? Fulfill your desires, fulfill your pleasure, fulfill your arousal, and especially all those things connect you. Okay? So I was giving you a few things that I felt that would help you understand about what you can do in the bedroom. I told you I'm going to keep giving you some things that's going to help you with your intimacy game. I got you. Now, there are some issues that happen in the bedroom based on these things I gave you. Of course, sometimes if you're rushing, you're going to have performance anxiety. You're going to have difficult getting to the finish line. You may not be able to verbalize yourself. You may feel misunderstood trying to express yourself. It happens. And sometimes as you may get disconnected. And that's what happens sometimes with women, because they're so emotional, they feel disconnected. They worry about their body image. They worry about if they have reached an orgasm, or they feel like their partner is not attentive. These things happen, and this is why these ideas help you in the bedroom. This is going to help you bring it in a different way that brings those things to a point, okay? That's going to help with the feelings that you're having. You know, some people, of course, have difficult time having orgasm or being excited. And that's the part of what this is about. So if you missed anything that I was talking about, thank you for those who just joined in. Go back and listen to some of the things that I've have given that would help you uh, get aroused, because I do understand, especially women, when we're dealing with stress and we're dealing with children or we're dealing with body images, we sometimes lose our desire for our mate in a different way. Not a love for our mate, but our desire for our mate. So go back and listen to the things that I was just talking about that's going to help you get back into the arousal mood, get you back into the desire mood, get you back into the pleasure mood so that you can connect. Okay. So, so I hope those I gave you right there is going to help you. I will be back to talk some more, because remember, we're talking all about romance. This is the talk I wanted to talk about right now, about in the bedroom, about what you need to do, or that will help you. So when we talked about teasing, right? Sometimes teasing and mapping and your sensories, all those things have a lot to do with the main event. You know what the main event is. Main event is where you got to take it. You got to take it to a point, right? So you've got to, those things right there is all about your chatting and having a conversation about anticipation to have a wow evening or a wow time, or just enjoy each other. Okay, that's about what you're doing when it comes to romance. Is bringing back that excitement that you think you lost or lack or has gone down. And sometimes you need a little more tips to help you through it. And I get it, because we're so involved with what's going on in our lives today. We have a lot going on in our lives today. And so we get busy and we keep doing the same routines. And this is why I wanted to give you guys these ideas, so that you can get out of doing the same routine. Let's change those routines and do something different, more exciting for each other. Let me drink some more water. Sorry, guys. I lost my voice, so I'm still dealing with the dryness in my throat, trying to get it back. So sorry for the coughing. But I hope the information that I gave you right there, right, is helping you understand how you have to set the mood in your room, in the bedroom, connecting better and enjoying your mate better. Because everything is about eye contact, touching, just a simple way of foreplay. That's what romance is about. And I wanted to give you some romance hacks that's going to help you have greater intimacy. And I think these ideas right here help you when you be in relationships that get to a point where it's over time and you come out of ideas. You don't have any more ideas. That's what I'm doing, giving you some other ideas. So, excuse me. So, I think I had a couple of people that had a question for me, and I'm going to answer you. Hey, Daddy, who? DeSeuss. How are you? When are we going to get started? What do you mean get started? Can you guys hear me? I hope you guys hear me. Hey, Richard. Hey, Ron. Hey, guys. So I'm going to answer a couple of questions, and then remember, I'm on several platforms, so I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for listening to that moment right there when we was talking about some romance hacks. If you missed it, go back and get you some ideas and see how that'll help you out. So let's see. I had a couple of questions. What if my partner doesn't tell me what they want? Well, I think you may want them to have them listen to this. It just, I think if a person doesn't really, honestly though, with that question, what happens if your partner doesn't tell you what you want? If a person that you have a relationship with has a hard time talking about their desires, then there's some other underlying issues that are going on. That may not be your mate, because your whole goal is you want a mate that you can communicate well with, that you can have a conversation about your desires, your needs, your body, your mind, your how you like to be aroused, how you enjoy intimacy. It's important to have that conversation with your mate. So I would say, ask the question as to what causes that person not to be open to you, because it's a reason that someone is not willing to tell you what they want. And it could be fear of several things. So the only way you got to know is ask that question. Okay. One more, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. What was that? What does a partner not? What does my partner not respond the same way every time? Why doesn't my partner not respond the same way every time? Why you want it to be the same way every time? You see, so romance and being connected to someone is about changing up and doing things differently. You want it to be different. You don't want it to be the same every time. You want to keep the relationship exciting. You want to enjoy each other. You want to connect better. You want to laugh more. You want to enjoy each other and have great intimacy, especially if it's lost. So don't look to have the same situation. It's just like I just said, you do that already if you're always having sex in the bedroom all the time, or the same position all the time. Why can't we do something different? And that's the whole part about a lot of us. We've gone away from it. We've gone away from doing things that keep it fun and laughter and exciting. So I hope the ideas that I gave you help you there. And help you get excited and keep your sex life alive and keep your intimacy exciting and fun. So I hope these intimacy tips that I gave you in the bedroom will help you. I'm going to come back with some more ideas of what's going on for the Romance Month. Thank you for joining the Love Doctor. I hope those questions I answered help you guys out. Saturday is my Q&A on a lot of questions. So on Saturday, I'll answer more questions about what we're talking about this week. Okay? So thank you for joining me, guys. I look forward to seeing you in a couple of days, and we'll be back talking about love and relationship. Remember, if you're single, it's okay. Enjoy life until you meet your mate, or just enjoy being single, enjoy dating. If you're already in a relationship, you know what I say? You got to keep that about what? Peace, joy, and happiness. So make sure you stay apart. I'll be back as we talk more about what? Love.